other community engagement work. I can inform you that I have asked for a further 260 ADF personnel to principally help with on-the-ground support, whether it be in staging areas, planning, logistics, transport. They will essentially support Victoria Police as Victoria Police put in place roadblocks and other command centres to ensure that that hard boundary between metropolitan Melbourne and regional Victoria is not breached by people who should not be leaving metropolitan Melbourne, because the purpose of their visit is not permitted under those 4 reasons to leave home. It will not be every car being stopped. It will be similar to the approach that Victoria Police have taken in those 12 postcodes that are locked down. It will be booze bus type arrangements on main thoroughfares. I would just appeal to Victorians, don't for a moment think that you could flout these rules and travel into country Victoria. There'll be every chance that you will be stopped, you will be asked, and if you don't have a lawful excuse, then there are significant penalties that will apply.
Hello. Sorry about that. Anyway, apparently Nick is on the way to Torquay, probably without a lawful excuse, and good luck with avoiding the fines. Anyway, we're going to be bringing some COVID passengers from Melbourne down to Hobart in Jetstar 705, but someone stole the call sign, so it can be Jetstar 715 today. The real Jetstar 715 actually flew from Melbourne to Hobart today. I think it might be the last or the second last flight to go to Hobart from Melbourne. That's got passengers on. Not sure how many passengers they had on, because it's essentially you're not allowed to travel to Hobart anyway. Anyway, we will be. Well, let's jump on and head down there. Yeah, Melbourne's going back into lockdown again. Yeah, don't have that ground connection on. Now we do. There we go. Yeah, it's a bit of a traffic jam getting out of Melbourne today on Vatsim, I'm told. Good to see everyone is abandoning the real skies and taking to the virtual ones again. Hello there, Aviator. Yes, we're back into lockdown once again. Cool. That let's set up all our systems. Crew supplies in. Good stuff, Patrick. Yeah, get Aaron. On his way out of metropolitan Melbourne without a legal excuse to be there. Walloped by the real actual police. Funny. Okay, ADRS is aligning. Start the initialization. Flight level 270. Fine. So release 3-1. Come on. No, it's locked. 270 it is. Okay, going in the AOC initialization. We are JST 715. Estimated time en route is going to be 59 minutes. Checking our crew details. There we go. 88.45. Yep, 6 weeks of lockdown. Last time was only 4, wasn't it? Now it's 6. It's worse than last time. That's your fuel weight, 55.59. Pop that through. Good one, Kane. Cool, let's pop in the Atsu and take a look at a few things here. I wanted to check who's on the comm list. I was sure Melbourne was going to be in there. Where'd you go, Lachlan? Thought you had your ATC on. Load sheet. Yep, towards the end of August, essentially just the last weekend of August we're out again. It's going to be a long time. 6.3.9. And takeoff will be 30.8. Got NATIS up. We do 1180.
Directed by ActiveSky. Temperature winds 180 degrees, 4 knots, visibility 10 kilometers or more. Clouds view 1,600 feet, approaching 3,100 feet. Temperature +10, QNH 1031. On first contact with Melbourne ground or approach, notify instead of whiskey. Lobster terminal place of whiskey. Expect instrument approach, runway 16 for arrival, runway 27 for departures. Runway 16 if required or directed by ActiveSky. Temperature winds 180 degrees, 4 knots, visibility 10 kilometers or more. Clouds.
Okay, it's going to be runway 27 departure. Wind is 180 at 4. QNH 1031. Temperature 10. Dry runway, packs will be on. Flap 2 for takeoff. 63.901. And 30.8. Gonna grab the clearance, 1317. You want to inspect the plane? We can do that. Sure. Let's go. Alright, up the front, the spinny man that wants to spin around. Why? Why can I do that? Yeah, okay. It's enough, man. Peter, cabinet, wheel. It was a bit dizzy making when he was spinning around like a crazy man. That's clear. Nothing hanging off there. Wheels look great. That's closed and latched. Nothing plugging that up. Wheels look happy. Underneath of the engine, cowling is closed. Any children in the engines? Nope, we're all good over here. I saw that video, Owen. That was weird. Hello, Rossi. How you doing? You're well appreciated on Jet COVID Airlines. Bring in the COVID to Tasman. The wind pushes the blades around. They're completely freewheeling. Essentially, there's nothing like physically stopping the blades from just spinning around in the wind. So if you get a little bit of headwind on the aircraft, you're just going to get the blades spinning around. If there was no wind, then the blades would stop slowly because, as I said, there's nothing braking them, nothing to stop them in place. They'll just keep on spinning around. No marks down here. That's open. Yeah, the way a jet engine works is essentially the engine compresses air and then uses fuel to expand that air. That expanding air rushes through a bunch of turbines which get accelerated by the spinning, by the wind moving through them. And that spinning is of course attached to the crankshaft that goes all the way to the front of the engine, which is the big spinny thing which freely rotates on its own with the rest of the engine. And that pulls more cold air into the front, which then forces that air, because it's a blade, spins that air in and forces it to compress to the compressor, which then gets fuel thrown into it and the fuel explodes, which makes it expand. But because you got all this air rushing in from the front, it can't explode out the front, so it gets jetted out the back. And by jetting out the back, it gets run through all the back turbines as we moonwalk through here. He's just walking backwards. Okay. Yeah, it's like a sustained, oh, I guess I call it expansion of air, or what we'd call an explosion. So these little turbines here at the back, they're going to get a lot of hot air rushing past them. Only in this little section here, not the big one. The big one's a bypass, so that's the big fan out the front around here, and it just blows straight out the back. A bit like a big propeller. And this stuff here is the compressor section, which is all the hot air because it's been mixed with fuel and then exploded and set on fire. Hot air expands, and it's in a tiny little compressed space, so it gets forced past these turbines. And these turbines catch the air and spin really fast. And because they're spinning really fast, that spin transmits through the core of the engine, which spins the big fan, which once again pulls cold air in from the front, starting the whole process. So it's like a process that feeds on itself. The more air comes in the front, the more air can go out the back. The more air goes out the back, the more air can come in the front. We're not returning tonight, it's a bit late. I do like to go to sleep. So it's just going to be down to Hobart, and we'll stay there, because why come back to Melbourne when it's in COVID lockdown? Hello JB, how you doing? Let's jump back on. Jump seat is not available. Seat might be overrated, but I also really like it. There's our performance numbers. Let's see if we can get a ATC request pre-departure clearance. Information was a whiskey. Gate number is G47. Melbourne, CDA rejected, station not online.
Crossing Echo, contact tower 120.5, g'day.
Tassie went offline.
Crossing Echo will contact tower 120.5 for Qantas 478. Thank you so much for the service. Bye bye.
Thanks very much for flying. Have a great night.
On the ground, Jetstar 715 requesting coast to Hobart.
Jetstar 715 Melbourne ground, g'day. You're cleared to Hobart via Sunty flight plan route. Sunty tree departure, runway 27, climb by the SID 5000. Squawk tree 050, departures 132.0.
Jetstar 715 cleared Hobart via Sunty 3 departure, runway 27, initial climb 5000, score code 3050, departures 1320.
Jetstar 715, thanks.
Runway 27. Same one we did yesterday, oddly enough.
Velocity 811 ground.
Alright, there is the departure.
Alpha, if you're on my frequency.
It's going to set up a return to runway 16 in the secondary.
$65.98 Alpha, Melbourne ground.
6598 at vacating Milkrun.
98 Alpha taken.
6598.
Alright, let's run through the steps.
598, welcome to Melbourne. Do you have a preferred base tonight?
No.
After departure, runway 27, Hopla, Dali, Sunty.
6598 Alpha, understood. Taxi Alpha to the bay of your choice.
Taxi Alpha to stand of my choice.
Trim is down 0.5. Flaps 2. $133, 134.
G'day, Snowbird 8 requesting clearance to Perth, that's filed over.
137.
Snowbird 8.
Flex temperature 66.
Confirm that was Snowbird 8.
Yeah, Melbourne ground, g'day, Snowbird 8 confirming.
Snowbird 8, Melbourne ground, g'day, you cleared, actually stand by, break, Jetstar 705, if you spell my frequency,
There we
contact
go.
tower now, 1205, g'day. Snowbird 8, you cleared to Perth via Carina, flight plan route, Carina 1 departure.
Still need a fuel report. We'll check the load sheet in a second. Fuel report shows that we uplinked 4845 litres. Convert that into kilograms. So we go 4845 times by 0.802 3885. Set. Currently have 8,840. Zero fuel weight 55.8. And the Mac trim 33.2. Set. Run a 10% diversion. Set. And we have the correct winds. I'll give a chat to the passengers. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Captain speaking from the flight deck. My name is Trent. Joining the flight deck is YouTube. We'll be taking down to Hobart today on board Jetstar Flight 715. We do welcome aboard our Airbus A320. Flight time today is just on 1 hour. We'll be departing shortly, making our way out to runway 27, making a couple of left-hand turns, heading over to the Bass Strait, climbing to a flight altitude of 27,000 feet before heading down to Hobart. We do hope the flight is enjoyable for you today. In preparation for takeoff, cabin crew will be coming through the airplane just to ensure that everything is ready for our arrival, our departure, sorry. I do ask that you pay them your full attention, as there are some safety messages that are important to you. That said, we'll be on the way shortly down to Hobart. Just taking a look now at the weather down in Hobart. We have a nice temperature of 8 degrees Celsius and a little bit of broken cloud, but no rain. Anyway, I do hope you enjoy the flights, and thank you for flying with us on Jetstar. Cabin crew, please prepare the aircraft for departure. Checklist. Cockpit preps completed. Gear, pins and covers removed. Signs go to on. They are. And you're set to nav. Fuel quantity shown 7, so again 8.8. Takeoff data is set. Barrier reference not yet set. Should be 1031. Okay, we'll start checklist below line. MCD weights are entered. Windows and doors closed. Beacon on. Thrust levers idle. Parking brake is set. And we'll come off ground power. I think that works for itself if we get the pushback.
Link, not sure what's going on.
Ultimate really.
Yes, sir.
Yep, that did it by itself. Good stuff. On ground, Jetstar 715, ready for pushback, gate 49.
Hello, Captain.
Whiskey.
We are ready for pushback.
Jetstar 715, push through.
Push through, Jetstar 715. Aaron's been dragged off by his ma and pa to leave Metro Melbourne the day of lockdown in Metro Melbourne. He's on the way to holiday destination Torquay to do essential holiday. Even though we're in lockdown. Technically we're not yet in lockdown, we will be soon. Tomorrow.
Alpaca 3 Charlie Mike, request taxi.
Alpaca 3 Charlie Mike, you can taxi Golf Alpha, hold short 27.
Where Golf and Alpha holding short 27, Alpaca 3 Charlie Mike.
Departure check completed. Bypass pin inserted. Release parking brakes.
Parking brakes are released.
Commencing push. All engines clear. Start at will.
Ignition set, start. And we'll start engine number 2. Lockdown, I'm over it. I was like looking forward to getting out. I'm inside a lockdown, inside a lockdown, inside another lockdown, which is hilarious. Broadmeadows itself is locked down. At least I don't live in Flemington in one of those big high-rise towers, because then I'll be inside a building which is locked down, inside a suburb which is locked down, inside a city that is locked down, inside a state that's locked down. Good stuff, toilet.
November 172 Sierra Papa, requesting clearance to Avalon.
Brakes.
Brakes are set.
Waiting your confirmation for good engine start.
Bugle's out of reach, but I got the little piccolo trumpet next to me.
Standing by.
Ground corner 7307, ready for push and start.
7307, push approved.
Push approved, thanks.
And 172 Sierra Papa, just for the future, you don't need a read back, standing by. But all good.
Okay, engine number 2. 1.
Affirmative. Number 8, taxi Alpha, Echo, holding point par, runway 27.
Don't know how loud that is on the microphone. Must be awful.
Alpha Echo, holding point par, runway 27.
Alpaca 3 Charlie Mike, contact tower now 120 decimal flight, okay.
10 decimal flight, Alpaca 3 Charlie Mike, thanks for your flight.
Thanks for flying, have a great night.
November 172 Sierra Papa, requesting clearance to Avalon.
Sierra Papa, yeah, I'm getting there, hang on. 172 Sierra Papa, Melbourne ground, good day, you cleared to Avalon.
Let's clear off the ground crew.
Flight planned route, Melbourne 6 departure, runway 27, climb via the set to 5000, Cork 3047, departures on 132.0.
Crew, you're clear to disconnect.
November 172 Sierra Papa, could you please repeat that last transmission?
172 Sierra Papa, Melbourne ground.
Engine number
You're cleared to
1
Avalon.
set, we'll take
Fly
flaps
at
2.
Flight route, Melbourne 6 departure, runway 27. Climb via the SID to 5,000.
Total
Via the SID
disconnected.
to
Bypass pin
3,500.
removed.
Book 3047. Departures on 132.0.
November 172 Sierra Papa. That is runway 27, flying 3500, squawk
Right is clear.
0407, is that correct?
Hello there.
172 Sierra Papa negative. Cleared to Avalon via Atnall.
Right, checking our controls.
Melbourne 6
Forwards,
departure, runway
backwards,
27. Climb via the SID to
left,
3,500
right.
feet. Squawk 3047. Departure frequency 132.0.
November 172 Sierra Papa. Could you please send me that clearance?
Over text.
Percentage on an Airbus, there's no such thing.
November
There's
172
flex.
Sierra Papa, that's affirmative.
We'll set flex.
Okay.
And flex will give us an EPR ratio of 1.303, whatever that is.
1530 readability 555. How many?
Welcome to Airbus Land.
5 also, thanks, call it 1530.
All stations Melbourne terminal information X-ray now current. The change is wind 180 degrees 4 knots. Cloud few 1300. Broken 3400. QNH 1031 information X-ray Melbourne.
Yes, the conductor communicates by having lots and lots of rehearsals before the gig, and he tells you what everything means. It's a big, long, collaborative process, probably takes a good week. And then, during the performance, it is just simply remembering what each signal means. That's all it is. Conductor's position is essentially a manager.
Could you please message me that clearance?
172 Sierra Papa, I'm working on it. Give me a moment.
November 172 Sierra Papa. That's okay, take your time.
I'm ground Jetstar 715, ready for taxi, information whiskey.
Station calling standby 1.
I'll start checks, anti-ice is not required, ECAM status is all green apart from
Apologies,
the
station
test.
calling, say again.
Jetstar 715, ready for taxi, information whiskey.
Jetstar 715, apologies, taxi Yankee Alpha Echo holding point Mike, correction holding point Papa, runway 27.
Yankee Alpha Echo, holding point to Papa, Jetstar 715. Okay, anti-ice is not required, ECAM status is checked, pitch trim is negative 0.5 and rudder trim is 0.
Qantas 7307, just appears that there's an aircraft that just spawned in that's slightly pushed off the ramp. Do you have them in sight?
Yeah, we got him in sight. AAA 1127, I think it is.
Good.
Are you able to avoid them?
Thank you.
I
Dogs
guess
check, flight instruments are set,
7307.
briefing's completed, flap
7307,
setting
no worries, you
2,
can just
takeoff,
ignore 'em.
V speeds are set, ATC is set, and ECAM are out. We're clear to move. Up there and in there. Yep, that's Sarah Yankee. So turning to the right. Yeah, I've done long haul flights before, depending what you call a long haul. I call 7 hours a long haul. Or 10 hours in the case of Cross the Pond, that's long enough for me.
72 Sierra Papa.
I think the longest one I've done on a live stream was 12.
All stations Melbourne terminal information Yankee now current. The change is wind 190 degrees 3 knots. Information Yankee Melbourne.
Dubai is probably too long.
715, hold short of Alpha. There's a Snowbird A319 taxiing along Alpha. Give way to them. Jetstar 715 Graham.
It's 750.
Jetstar 715, did you copy my last?
No.
Hold position.
Holding a position, that's 750.
Thank you.
Yeah, my apologies, I may have gone the wrong way. Apologies.
Snowbird 8, it's my fault. All good. No, you went the right way.
Snowbird 8.
Cheers.
Corner 7307, ready for taxi.
7307, taxi holding point, Quebec, runway 27.
Quebec 27, corner 7307.
Jetstar 715, you can follow the Snowbird A319 on Alpha, continue taxi.
Oh, so the A319 on Alpha 750.
Melbourne ground to deck, 17409 with you, and taxi away golf.
Qantas 409, hold short of Alpha for me, please.
Hold short Alpha, 17409, thank you.
Cheers.
Melbourne traffic. November 172 Sierra Papa. Taxiing to runway 27. For run-ups followed to Avalon through the flight plan for Melbourne traffic.
November 172 Sierra Papa, yeah, you gotta call me for clearance to taxi.
November 172 Sierra Papa. I just did a taxi call to you.
172 Sierra Papa, understood. You can follow the Qantas 73, correction, the Qantas Boeing 737, holding point Quebec, runway 27.
November 172 Sierra Papa. That is, follow the Qantas jumbo jet to the Quebec holding point on runway 27, is that correct?
172 Sierra Papa, my apologies, taxi Romeo, and you can hold and do your run up there.
November 172 Sierra Papa, taxiing to runway, taxiing to the Romeo holding point, is that correct?
AFAM. Qantas 7307, contact tower now 120.5, break, Snowbird 8, contact tower now 120.5, g'day.
Yeah, 120, thanks, go change the seat, good evening.
And Melbourne Grand as Qantas 1530, we'll be back in approximately 20 minutes.
1530, understood, break, Qantas 409, apologies for the wait. Welcome to Melbourne, do you have a preferred bay tonight?
Yes, they're talking about getting probably 737s.
Negative.
Don't know if that's going to happen very quickly or what the time frame is for that, but sounds interesting.
409, welcome to Melbourne, do you have a preferred bay tonight?
Melbourne ground, Qantas 409, negative, please. Advise for certification.
Set the crew.
409, understood.
Cabin crew.
Seats taxi golf to the bay.
Taxi golf to the bay, thank you.
Hi there, Greg. Normal taxi speed, somewhere around 9 knots for corners and somewhere around maybe 20 knots maximum on the straights. At the moment I'm doing about 2 knots. I had tactile feedback, I could just press that button down there without having to look at it. But
All
there we
stations,
are.
Melbourne, Melbourne ground is going to be disconnecting blue. Just trying to cross.
Okay, before take-up load line, take-off runways 27, cabin crew is advised, TCAS is on TA, engine mode is on flex, packs are set, and it's running on ECAM. Take-off config, ECAM no blue.
Melbourne ground back with you.
Heading 0120.5.
Melbourne ground 12409.
And the budget is 123, second 1320. Yeah, everyone's in lockdown now, or at least Melbourne. Melbourne's in lockdown, and Victoria's locked down away from New South Wales and SA. So essentially, no one in Victoria can go outside of Victoria, no one in Melbourne can go outside of Melbourne, no one in Broadmeadows can go outside of Broadmeadows, and no one in 238, whatever it is, street in North Melbourne, is allowed to leave that building. Melbourne Tower, Jetstar 715, ready.
Jetstar 715, good morning or evening. Do you support where you are?
Holding short, runway 27.
Roger, behind the departing A319 via Papa, line up runway 17 behind.
Right there, 319, all the line up, runway 27 behind, Jetstar 715.
And Sierra November Delta 8, just confirm you've got a takeoff clearance.
You're talking Snowbird 8?
Oh, Snowbird 8, yes. Just confirm, have you been cleared for takeoff, are you waiting still?
I haven't been getting cleared yet, but I'll hold the line up and wait.
Awesome, clear takeoff and that's between 180 degrees, 4 knots.
Clear takeoff runway 27, Snowbird 8.
Whiskey Oscar Mike, climb flight level 130.
Flight 130, Whiskey Oscar Mike.
Alpaca 3 Charlie Mike, contact Melbourne Centre 124.0.
124.0, Alpaca 3 Charlie Mike, thanks for it on this flight.
We have been cleared to move forward. Lights on.
November 172 Sierra Papa. I'm now at the holding point of Quebec.
Yeah, you can do that, and the dash 8s do that as well, quite a lot. Add a bit more power on the engine that you're turning in away from.
November 172 Sierra Papa, holding short of runway 27.
Tower 78, passing 1,000 feet, about 5,000.
Snowbird 8, Roger, call me on 132.0.
Over 128.
Whiskey Oscar Mike, climb now, flight level 200.
Climb flight level 200, Whiskey Oscar Mike.
November 172 Sierra Papa, we are now holding short, holding at the holding point of runway 27.
Roger.
So departure today, Snowbird 8, passing down the British climb out 5,000.
Snowbird 8, thank you, climb now, flight level 200.
Up to 200, Snowbird 8.
Whiskey Oscar Mike, contact Melbourne Centre 124, no, yeah, 124.0.
124.0, Whiskey Oscar Mike, g'day.
Approach, Lima Tango Alpha, establish 16.
Lima Tango Alpha, Roger, runway 16, clear to land, service in 190 degrees, 3 knots.
Clear to land 16, Lima Tango Alpha.
given away the whole landing clearance already. We'll be here a while, kids. Brakes are set.
Got a 7307, contact Melbourne Centre 124.0.
1240, corner 7307, bye-bye.
78, climb for level 240.
240, 78.
November 172, Sierra
What's
Papa,
tower
do a
giving
contact tower as well.
Flight level 240. Okay.
You are on the tower frequency.
Oh, November 172, Sierra Papa, that's affirmative.
Yeah, not a bad idea. Let's go out.
November 172, Sierra Papa. Just wondering, is that Jetstar airline supposed to be on the runway?
Okay. Just waiting to land. Well, once to land on 16, then he'll be going. Then you'll be going up.
November 172, Sierra Papa, that's affirmative.
Project Sunrise, yeah, that's not happening for a very, very, very long time.
So by 8, contact Melbourne Centre 124.0.
Over to 124.78, 6 for FTX, Sydney.
And Jetstar 715 after departure, call me on 132.0. 27, clear takeoff, service from 190 degrees, tree knots.
Alright, 27 clear for takeoff, Jetstar 715.
Number 170, go cover behind the departing Jetstar, Airbus 320 via Quebec, line up 27 behind.
November 172, Sierra Papa. So line up behind the airline.
Oh, stable.
800, you can line up runway 27 behind the departing A320.
Facecam.
November 172, lining up on runway 27.
Lima Tango Alpha, vacate left of the Golf. Ground is on 121.7. Good evening.
Thank you, going to ground 1217, Lima Tango Alpha. Actually, it's 6, yeah.
100 knots. V1. Rotate. V2. Pause the brake, you're up. Melbourne departure is Jetstar 715, climbing 5,000, leaving 1,500.
715, hello Melbourne approach, full cutting, command 5.
Right, flight level 240, Jetstar 715. Climb power set.
November 172 Papa, I'm now on runway 27.
Roger.
Seven, right?
November 172, Sierra Papa 17 clear takeoff, establish wind 190 degrees, 3 knots.
November 172 Sierra Papa, control to repeat.
You clear for takeoff, establish wind 190 degrees, 3 knots.
November 172 Sierra Papa, clear for takeoff.
Laps 1, speed checks. Hi there, Captain. We are indeed using ActiveSky. Slight restract. Flaps up.
November 1. Sierra Papa, that's 132.0, is that correct?
Okay.
Green dot. Take autopilot number 1, thanks. Up takeoff checklist. Gear is up, flaps are retracted, packs are on. And we're up to flight level, standard set, cross check.
November 172 Sierra Papa, just checking it, sorry.
172 Sierra Papa, Roger, climb altitude 3,500 feet. November 172 Sierra Papa, you happy with vectors to have along?
November 172 Sierra Papa, could you please repeat?
Are you happy with vectors to have along?
November 172 Sierra Papa, that's affirmative, flying to Avalon.
Are you happy with vectors or you wanting to follow your route?
November 172 Sierra Papa, could you please repeat?
Are you happy with vectors?
November 172 Sierra Papa, yes, I'm happy with vectors.
November 172 Sierra Papa, Roger, you can turn left, heading 210 degrees, landing 18 to Avalon.
November 172 Sierra Papa, do I follow my flight plan or no?
Doesn't know what the word vectors means, does it?
Yeah, I just asked you that question, so if you're happy to follow vectors, or you're happy to follow the route, which one would you like?
November 172 Sierra Papa, I'll change my mind, I'd like to fly the route.
Roger, you're fine.
Going down to 9,000.
Velocity 132, just trying to be more authentic. Okay, velocity 1323, hello, Melbourne approach, runway 16. You can fly heading 330 degrees. Jetstar 715, contact Melbourne approach, Melbourne Centre 124-10, good day.
Yeah, right, seeing you was fine.
Jetstar 715, contact Melbourne approach 124-0, good day.
124.0, that's fine. 240. Seatbelt signs.
478, you're leaving my airspace now in terms of A2C up north. Control service terminated, Unicorn 1228, Charles.
Unicom on 122.8, Qantas.
He was responding to Owen. Owen said to put his mask back on, then Kane was like, "How dare you challenge my freedom to breathe freely?"
Back to 3 Charlie Mike, traffic descent to Apollo 310.
Descending 310 busy traffic, back to 3 Charlie Mike.
Melbourne Centre, Jetstar 715, climbing out of flight level 130.
715, Centre, good day. On flight 270.
Flight level 270, Jetstar 715.
Jetstar 7465. Gas. Sent to 9,000 by the start.
9,000 by the start, and did you see what I sent you on the chat?
Oh, no, I didn't.
I'd seriously take a look at it.
The 462, I promise I'll turn you inbound shortly, just waiting for an A320 to get ahead of you, and then you can stick the turn in.
Good stuff, Kira.
Still at 460.
Alpaca 3, Charlie Mike holding instruction.
Say again, please, Alpaca 3, Charlie Mike.
Alpaca 3, Charlie Mike holding instructions when ready.
Okay, Alpaca 3, Charlie Mike.
Alpaca 3, Charlie Mike, hold at Benzo, inbound on the present course. Left hand pattern, 2-minute legs, level 310.
Can you write this for Alpaca 3, Charlie Mike? Thank you.
Yeah, why not? Stand up.
Thank you very much for Alpaca 3, Charlie Mike. Appreciate it.
Love it. Funny.
Jetstar 7465, contact approach 132.0.
Contact 040, it's 7465.
7307, holding instructions when you're ready.
Say again for corner 7307.
7307, holding instructions when ready.
We're ready to copy.
Good call, JB.
7307, hold at Benzo, inbound on the current course. Left hand pattern, 2-minute legs, final 27.
We'll hold the Benzo, left hand pattern, 2-minute legs, 270, corner 7307.
1320, you're the next one after your next left hand turn at Benzo, cancel the hold, flight level 240. At Benzo, cancel the hold and maintain flight level 240, must be 1320.
Where's Benzo? Ah, there it is. The truck and hold's all the way back here. What the heck?
Delta Echo Zulu, have you got any plans for the approach at the Trove Valley? I can give you direct tracking if you need. Yeah, sure.
He's got a holding pattern happening here before the transition over into the other centre. Hopefully that's for the Launceston arrivals and not Hobart.
Whenever you have an approach in mind, just let me know and I'll clear it.
Get far away from Hobart.
We've at 462, sorry about giving you the world tour. Turn left heading 260.
Left heading 260, and we enjoy a bit of a tour. Speed at 460.
Speed at 460. Victor Delta Romeo, descend to 9,000.
Descend 9,000, Victor Delta Romeo.
Stations inbound to Melbourne Terminal, information November. Current, November. Well, 1062, thanks for your patience. Contact centre 123.8. See ya.
That was 23.8, 1062, see ya.
Jet 672, Centec, good day.
Good stuff.
672, it's the Warren 7 Alpha Rifle Runway.
That said,
when ready,
Air Crash Investigations is a very entertaining show.
Warren 7 Alpha Rifle Runway 1.
There's some really good episodes of that.
Whiskey Oscar Mike, you still with me?
Whiskey Oscar Mike.
Whiskey Oscar Mike, I've lost you on radar there, just going to be squawking my Charlie still.
I just hit ident again, Whiskey Oscar Mike.
Whiskey Oscar Mike, it just popped up there, just a moment. Whiskey Oscar Mike, that's the trick, cheers. Over 8, you're shortly leaving my airspace and no further ATC. Control service terminated. Monitor Unicom 122.8. See ya.
Going off cam for a second, be back.
123.8. See ya. Centre on 123.8, velocity 1320. Good evening. Jetstar 705, after you turn inbound, you can cancel the hold at Benzo flight level 330.
Copy, once turning inbound, cancel the hold at Benzo flight level 330, Jetstar 705.
Victor Delta Romeo, contact approach 132.0. See ya.
Over to approach 320, good day.
And we are back.
Oh
yeah, that's right, you got gagged. Like literally forced to have a mask on.
Heading 180, speed back 460.
Sorry, that wasn't me that blocked you, that was one of the other mods. Maybe they're the mods. Some of the mods don't like jokes about coronavirus.
Delta Echo Zulu,
Which is a bit odd because this entire stream is a joke about coronavirus.
Delta Echo Zulu, Roger. And what's the initial for that approach that you want to go to? Delta Echo Zulu, sorry, just confirm it's Echo India.
Hi there, I'm using Razer Kraken headphones.
Delta Zulu.
We're planning to direct to the firstly part of the approach reach, which is Lima, Tango, Vector, Echo, Echo.
Delta Zulu, ready track direct, Latrobe Valley, Echo, Echo. Uber 462, turn left heading 170 and finally descend to 9 FM. Left heading
How they going?
170 to 9
Good to have along. Don't get put off by getting timed out for 5 minutes.
Received information. November. Uber 462, A firm, and I've got you on a 50-mile final, so you can expect the ILS intercept very shortly. Uber 462. Not my best work.
Yeah, chat does sometimes get a bit weird. We've been have an influx of big trolling events in the last couple of weeks, essentially since COVID. I think people are at home bored. They get on and just decide to stir crap, and we just block them.
Delta Echo Zulu, when ready, please control their space descending. There's no reported IFR traffic for descent, and probably should have got the QNH, stand by. Delta Echo Zulu, area QNH 1031.
Melbourne Centre, g'day, velocity 418 with you, flight level 320.
Let's speed up a bit. Gonna go 45 on the cost.
Velocity 418, there you are, copy vol 320. Jetstar 705, contact centre, 123.8, g'day.
123, Jetstar 705.
Hobart to Perth? No, we can't, sorry. We're doing a week long of Melbourne focused events, which is hilarious because we planned that well before the COVID stuff. But here we are, lockdown and COVID, and Melbourne's going to be a hot spot on Vatsim for the next week.
December 9000, so just get that to you already. December 9000. Uber 462, need to bring you further left now, left heading 150.
Left heading 150, Speedbird 462.
Uber 462, advise when you are receiving the local.
We'll go Speedbird 462.
Tutor 672, contact approach 132.0, okay.
Approach on 132.0, Tutor 672, good.
And Melbourne velocity 418, the other Seneca trial gave me, told me to stay 5 miles.
Very fine tomorrow. Might be doing the GA event tomorrow, so Mangalore, you know, Piper Archer.
Locked.
Alpaca 3 Charlie Mike, cancel hold from Benzo.
Have to get out of Kahuna down to Mangalore in the 172, but we've only got 20 gallon of fuel on, and there's no fuel available at Kahuna, so we're probably going to have to fly with, we've only got 2 hours of fuel on board, which we need 45 legally for reserves. Probably going to take another 10 minutes to get it taxied out. So we're going 60 minutes to fly from Kahuna down to the first fueling position. I'm thinking of making it Echuca. So Kahuna, Echuca, Mangalore, and whether we continue on from there that day or wait for another day, not sure yet.
Velocity 418, you can cancel the offset, turn right heading 010.
Turn right heading 010, velocity 418.
Packet 3, Charlie Mike, thanks for your patience. Contact centre 123.8, correct.
Roger, no problem. We'll packet 3 to make contacting 123.8. Bye-bye. Number 10 at corner 7307.
Corner 7307, yeah, fair cop. Descend to fold 250.
That's right. We have exactly the right amount of fuel, but we can't muck around with, you know, sitting on the ground for 20 minutes. We have to be essentially on takeoff thrust about 15 minutes after we start the engine. And we can't have any rain. Or wing it. Funny.
Uber 462, contact approach 132.0.
E for Honor.
132.0 is for approach, Uber 462.
What is the forecast there, Chicken? That's a good idea.
Did you want us to stay and just hold at Benzo?
173.07, negative at Benzo, cancel the hold, level 25.
14 degrees.
Cancel the hold 250.
Too bad.
Just 715.
Potentially a little cloudy. Yes, 715.
Just 715, due to traffic, hold at Benzo, left-hand pattern, 2-minute legs, level 270.
Holding at Benzo, left-hand pattern, 2-minute legs. Just 715. Holding pattern.
Big Bird 460.
I'm not talking about she'll be right. I know exactly. We've got exactly 20 gallons on board. It burns exactly 10 gallons an hour. Which technically means we have 2 hours of fuel on board. But you need that 45-minute reserve to be legal, which gives us exactly 15 minutes before we're not legal.
Mike, when ready, descend flight 130.
So it has to be 15 minutes with the engine running, and then we have to be on the takeoff roll. Otherwise we can't go to Echuca. We have to go to Kerrang.
Airbus 467, maintaining flight level 340. 467, Melbourne, December. Where are you?
Okay, we've got 60 minutes of holding fuel. So once we enter this holding pattern, I'm going to turn on that big old chrono.
467, squawk 7217. 217, 467.
Fentek 165 climbing through flight level 182 for flight level 240, g'day.
165, sending g'day, climb to level 350.
Chrono set.
Flight level 350, 165.
Melbourne Centre, velocity 418, we're approaching top descent about 10 miles, requesting descent.
Velocity 418, when ready, descend to level 130, and just confirm you cannot accept this. Okay, when ready, flight 130, vectors for the island.
When ready, flight 130, speak vectors, velocity 418.
Qantas 467, I got your plane going now, start clearance of Melbourne.
Go ahead, Qantas 467.
Qantas 467, it's the Lizzie 8 Alpha arrival runway 16, when ready, descend to flight level 130.
Lizzie Alpha runway 16, ready, descend to 130, please. Qantas 467.
John Mobile. The chrono is essentially a stopwatch into this thing. That's what CHR means. Chronometer.
Qantas 7307, sorry about before, you can contact centre now, 123 decimal 8, getting.
No stress.
Oh, this thing up here, chrono. Means a stopwatch. It's counting seconds. Basically, I know that we packed 30 minutes worth of holding film. So, as long as we don't pass 60 minutes on the chronometer, we're fine. If we do pass 60 minutes on the chronometer at this point, we'll go back to Melbourne. That's how it'll work.
Just 715. Make this your last pattern at Benzo, cancel the whole flight level 270.
Yeah, but cancel the whole flight level 270 and proceeding. That's 715. Well, we don't need to worry about that.
Melbourne Centre, good evening.
We'll keep the chrono running until we pass Benzo again. And then if we get into any more holding further along, we'll just resume from there.
4742.
4742, Qantas 3131.
Melbourne Centre, good evening. 280 Deltas on climb through flight level 1514, flight level 180.
Killing 80 Delta, set okay.
Hello, Nico.
Plan going now. Now you're stuck on someone who will hold you up for descent. Full sequencing, turn right. Heading 280.
Good luck in Torquay. Don't drive the car around too much.
Sorry, right, 280, do that now.
Qantas 3131, Nathan.
Yep, Qantas 3131, right, 280.
Qantas 50, Melbourne Centre, do you read?
Melbourne Centre, 50 heavy today.
Qantas 50, Centre, good day, squawk 1442.
Abdulhaq, how you doing?
Yeah, 27.
Guessing you're about to be locked down as well?
You better believe you only copied about 10% of that, but answer 1127, Centre, good day, climb to top 250.
Flight level 250.
150 heavy, change the flight level
50, roger, got your plan going now, and the star clearance is the Lizzie 8 Alpha, arrival runway 16, flight level 400.
Star clearance, Lizzie 8 Alpha,
Whiskey Oscar Mike, contact centre 123 decimal 8.
123 decimal 8, Whiskey Oscar Mike, thank you.
Very much so. COVID outbreak will be all
54, 6 and 6,
Aaron's
turn
fault.
right heading 310.
Can't wait to see you guys on the news, Aaron, Nick. Melbourne family drives to Torquay, infects Torquay with COVID. Next on National 9 News. Better. What's that tune?
Jetstar 740, maintaining flight level 340.
Something like that.
740 Centre, g'day, and star clearance Warren 7 Alpha, arrival runway 16.
17 Alpha, arrival runway 16, when ready, flight level 130, Jetstar 740.
Velocity 418.
I'll learn those notes one day.
320.
Left 320, velocity 418.
Jetstar 715, contact centre 123 decimal 8.
123 this way, just 750.
Flinders Island, port ground to cancel Sandwich.
Clear to leave controlled airspace, Whiskey Oscar Mike, thank you.
On a 1062, descend 9000, Lorney QNH 1032. Contact Lorney Tower 118.1 with your request.
Descend 9000, 1032, contact Tower.
Center, Jetstar 715, flight level 270.
Jetstar 715, Centre, good day.
Sorry, send them off to the job.
Captain AB.
Mike Delta Charlie.
Good stuff. I played a little bit early on the stream as well. Only a few notes here and there.
Mike Delta Charlie.
That was trying to be our national. Was it 9 News or ABC News? It's one of those. I think it's ABC.
7307, about 20 miles.
Good stuff, Sean. Indeed.
Quarter 7307 star clearance is the Morgan 1 Alpha, arrival from runway 30, descent flight level 13013.
Fun to the internet. So true.
Flight level 130 for Morgan 1. Morgan 1 Alpha, launch runway 30, to make flight level 130 and ready.
Open all hours? Who knows? Let's see.
Velocity 55, thanks, turn right, track direct Flicky.
Direct Flicky, velocity 55.
Stand still, then we got Facecam.
Livery Golf Echo Centre.
We're having the same issue as the other TBM, so it's the bug with the latest update. Could I get direct Warren as well, if available? So we've got to go.
Livery Golf Echo, no dramas, track direct Warren as well.
Direct Warren, then we've got to go. Thanks for that.
To South 705, thanks, turn left, track direct Morgo.
Left track direct Morgo, just 705.
Thank you, drummer boy. Thank you so much. Stop the chrono.
299 Delta.
John, my boys, keeping the eye on the flight deck while we're doing silly things like playing trumpets and
Alpaca 3 Charlie Mike.
all of
I'll
that.
get you to turn right heading 210 for me, please.
Right heading 210, Alpaca 3 Charlie Mike, no problem.
Connor 7307, I'll get you to turn right heading 200 for me, please.
Right heading 200, Connor 7307.
Jetstar 715, turn right heading 200, please.
Heading 200, Jetstar 715.
Hi, Trent.
Yep. Guess that's Bob somewhere around here.
7307 requesting direct to Morgo if possible.
Connor 7307.
There it is. Sure.
I've got to keep you in this heading for the time being, just to sequence you with other arrivals, so you can expect about a 5-minute delay.
Okay, no worries, Connor 7307.
Melbourne Connect 1 is 641.
Connor 641, center.
Connor 641, we had some hydraulic issues. We are on the gates at the moment. We resolved that issue. Can we request pushback? And we have received clearance from the previous controller from Melbourne.
Connor 641, yeah, no dramas. Push approved.
Oh, it makes a
Taxi,
good point.
station, call it the whole
Fly better. Virgin needs indeed better.
Push approved, taxi.
I enjoy them better because it's a lot flatter in the cabin.
Right.
Everybody's treated the same.
Melbourne State Overloft.
No class divisions.
Flight level 130, requesting lower.
I'm not talking about first class.
Velocity
Talking about, you know,
1320,
treating people the
9000
same.
QNH is 1032. Contact Law Hobart Tower on 12. Apologies, 118.1.
Descent 9000, QNH 1032 and over to tower on 118.1, velocity 1320.
Throw that away. Yeah, Virgin to the US, I suspect they may not fly there for a very, very long time.
Feeling 299 Delta. I'm having issues with the Margie. Try direct to Warren. Block the others.
Keeling 299 Delta, no problem, track direct to Warren.
Direct to Warren, thank you. Keeling 299 Delta.
Yeah, Kanagi, so having a good time.
No, it is not. Sierra Alpha Mike, contact center 124 decimal 0.
Center 124, Sierra Alpha Mike, good.
Velocity 55, center 124 decimal 0.
Yeah, the 777's not a bad plane. I do find the 787 slightly more comfortable, but again, it depends which airline you're flying on.
124 decimal 0, killing 58 data, good night.
Santa Quanta 65 at cruise level 350 with you.
Connor 65, Santa Clear.
When we gotta get a turn back to where we came from. Guessing we're getting separated from that guy, whoever that is. Let's have a listen to Waitus. Hobart 128.45.
Terminal information Delta. Runway 30.
Alpaca 3, Charlie Mike, thanks. You can turn left, track direct to Morgan.
Left side from Morgan, Alpaca 3, Charlie Mike, thank you.
Flight 7307, thanks. Turn left, track direct to Morgan.
Ground or tower, notify receipt of Delta.
Rick Morgan, Jetstar 75.
But there was another aircraft who docked on top of that. What was the call from?
Degrees, 5 knots. Visibility greater than 10 kilometers. Cloud broken.
Q-Link 299 Delta, center 124 decimal 0.
124 decimal 0. Yeah, you got a classification there somewhere.
What was that, sir?
Terminal
negative, that's right.
Runway 30, 2300 degrees, 5 knots. Visibility greater than 10 kilometers. Cloud.
Okay, the QNH 1033. Temperature 8. 300 at 5.
Just 715, thanks for that. You can turn left, track direct to Morgo. Start clearance available.
Track direct Morgo, ready copy. Just 715.
Star 715, Morgo 1 Alpha arrival for runway 30, descend flight level 130, ready.
Good, we'll go 1 arrival, runway 30, and we're ready at flight level 130, Jetstar 715.
Jetstar 705, descend 9000, QNH is 1032, contact tower 118.1.
Descend 9000, QNH 1032, and tower 119.1, Jetstar 705.
From Peters. And I believe that is the Zulu. Go.
For the 641, centre geared A, runway 14 right, clear for takeoff, call airborne.
That's right, clear for takeoff,
Morgan 1 Alpha. Set. Minimums will be 370. Approach speed 139. And we're down a flight of 130. Set. Good stuff. Okay, top of descent coming up. Looks like we'll get away without any more holding. Fingers crossed, touching wood.
Got a 711, contact center 124.0.
1240, contact 711.
One 181.
Mike Delta Charlie and Lima Golf Echo in turn, contact center 124.0.
1840, Mike Delta Charlie go.
1240, Lima Golf Echo, see ya.
Santa Clara 65 approaching top of the descent, request lower.
Connor 65, Star Clearance Morgan 1 Alpha Bravo for runway 30, descent flight level 130.
Mogo 1 Alpha arrival runway 30, descent to flight level 130, Qantas 65.
Connor 641 approaching 8000, bound American.
Connor 641, identified, climb flight level 360.
260, slow correction, 641, thank you, sir.
Okay, let's run the briefing. We'll be flying the Alpha arrival, starting with a POC at or below flight level 130, showing that there. Galeb, Sorry, and Limdu at or above 5005. Beta, Sakot and Pydos. Leaving Pydos, tracking via the arrival. Pydos at 4000. We're down to the Echo India initial point at 2200, showing 2290. TEF 13,040. And then down to Mr. Broach. Mr. Broach point is 370.
Back at 3, Charlie Mike 2,
Mr. Broach itself is straight ahead, 4,200.
Sending 9,000 QNH 1032 back at 3, Charlie Mike.
And back at 3, Charlie Mike, contact tower 118.1.
Let's arrive on the field. I doubt we'll make it all the way straight into Charlie. We'll probably have to backtrack. We'll go, what, medium auto brake? See if we can make Charlie. I doubt it, but we'll give it a go. And, don't know what gate we'll be on, but there's 8 of them. Runway is 2,727 metres long, and it's divided into about quarters, so 3/4 along is Charlie. Auto brake medium, full flap. Not far from top descent. In fact, no far from top descent. There we go. And because this is Jetstar, seatbelt signs are on. Ladies and gentlemen, Captain speaking from the flight deck. We begun our descent into Hobart at this stage, and we do anticipate arriving there in about 15 to 20 minutes from now. After landing, we'll probably get you on the gate within 10 minutes. In preparation for landing, seatbelt signs have been turned on. As they return to your seats, ensure your seatbelts are fastened and obey any instructions from the cabin crew. Looking at the weather down in Hobart right now, we have a temperature of 8 degrees Celsius, a little bit of scattered cloud around, but no rain on the horizon. We do thank you for flying with us on Jetstar Airlines. Hope you have enjoyed the flight with us and have a very pleasant stay in Tasmania. Cabin crew, please prepare the aircraft for the arrival. Hobart's a great place. Been there twice. 3 times. Been there 3 times. I went down there in 2008. I think it was 07. 2007, 2008 and 2010. I think those were the years. I missed 1 year in between. Yeah, good fun. Good place, Hobart. I might come back again one day.
Qantas 7307, requesting further descent instructions, just submitted return.
Qantas 7307, descend 9000, QNH 1032.
Descend 9000, QNH 1032, I've said, g'day, entered limited use for 50, sorry, for good takeoff.
And set 1127, Melbourne, Centre, good day.
20,000 feet. Arbsy wants a external wing view or actually outside? There's a wing. That's an annoying thing about flying at night. Not much to see. Qantas 7-1. Yeah, why not? The real 717s are all parked at Brisbane. They've been there for like 3 months now, so might get one out anyway.
Melbourne Centre, Qantas 641, request step away from the flight deck for approximately 3 minutes.
Qantas 641, no problem, so fault once back.
Okay, 641, thank you.
Yes, we could stare out the plane window forever, but unfortunately we've got a plane to land, so I have to look out this window out the front. Yes, there is a custom scenery. It should be linked below. That said, I did copy paste everything below, so you never know. Yeah, it is. It's in the avsim.com link. Cool. So yeah, just drop the little description below and you should see a bunch of links. And about halfway down those links you'll see scenery for Orbx, scenery for Hobart. Yes, there was a mania for lots of people's surnames. That's 715, maintain 130. Oh, it's disappeared on us.
Connor 7307, 9000, requesting descent.
Out or below 130, out or above 55. Hobart Tower, Jetstar 715 is descending out of level 130 on descent 9000. That is the wrong frequency. Hobart Tower, Jetstar 715 on descent 10,000 feet at 260 minutes.
Jetstar 715, Hobart Tower, g'day, runway 30, expect RNAV Zulu approach, descent by the start of 6000.
Eastern Bar Star 6000, RNAV Zulu, approach runway 30, Jetstar 715. So Zulu or X-ray? Set X-ray.
Alpha 3, Charlie Mike, runway 30, please.
Clear to land, runway 30, Alpha.
John H1033, set and set. Checklists.
Hobart Tower, Connor 7307, on the RNAV runway 30. Any word from centre?
Okay, press briefing confirmed, decam status checked, seatbelt signs are on, bar references set, minimums are set, and engine mode selected, and anything COE.
If you plan for the RNAV Zulu or whiskey?
Sit the crew.
We got whiskey in 7307.
Cabin crew, please be seated for landing.
Corner 7307, Roger, you can, from,
10,000 feet.
Corner 7307 from Bavur, cleared RNAV whiskey runway 30 approach, number 2, descend now to 3000.
Hobart's a big town.
From Bavur, number 2.
It's not a city, you're right about that.
Down 3,700, 7207.
It does have a casino. And a big tourist attraction over in Port Arthur.
Hobart Tower, Papa Hotel, down off.
Yeah, it's a nice place. I know someone who lives in Hobart, but he probably doesn't want to, you know.
Go ahead.
We're up here to early 1000. Request to start airways into Hobart.
Papa Hotel Delta, currently unavailable due traffic.
Papa Hotel Delta Norris, request to start airways in for Cambridge.
Hotel Delta, standby.
Hobart Tower, good evening. Tango Papa, Hotel 30 ready.
Tango Papa.
Papa Hotel Delta, what's your location again?
Papa Hotel Delta is
Well, I got a really bad Saab 340 from Coronado. It sucks. It really sucks. I mean, it can fly, but the navigation system on it sucks. And you can't even set QNH. Is that 4,000? That's something like that. It's stuck in inches of mercury like in the Americans. 4,500 set. One thing I don't like about Hobart is that hardly anywhere in the entire town of Hobart
Hotel
they don't have gutters.
In a controlled airspace.
It's just like
Tracking,
road,
Cambridge, not above
loose
1,000
bitumen
miles.
off into the grass.
Good Road, Cambridge, above 1,500, Papa Hotel Delta.
How much is it for an aircraft in the sim? It depends on which add-on company. PMDG are like $150. Some of them are as low as like $30. I'm just looking up the price for this airplane that we're flying right now. Website's taking a while to load.
Tower Qantas 7307, about 2 miles out from the runway got visual.
7307, runway 307.
Ah, cool. 330 into from Qantas.
Jetstar 715 from PDOC cleared RNAV Zulu runway 30 approach, report established.
On Peter's cleared the RNAV approach, runway 30, we'll go. Just some of that. Peter's at 4.
Okay, reach on like this, taxi.
Tower, good evening, Qantas 65, descending through flight level 120 for 9,000 with you.
At the moment, I think this aircraft is possibly the best, maybe second best, depending. Majestic only make one aircraft, and that's the Dash 8. It's a pretty good Dash 8 though. PMGG are probably the standard. 747, 737, 777. ROP MD-11. Yeah, they're the three big ones. Of course, Air to Wear is very nice as well, with their Papa Cherokee Cessna 172 and the Beechcraft Baron Vita. Not Baron, Beechcraft Bonanza Vita.
Singapore pass over behind the Qantas 737 if he hasn't already landed.
Qantas 7307 vacating left on taxiway Charlie up runway 30.
Drop a flap. That's one.
7307, contact ground 121.7.
Yeah, we could do Brisbane for the end of month, Milkrun. No one likes Brisbane anymore because it's got the new runway. And the Sims don't. Oh yeah, Mad Dog. Unfortunately no one flies that anymore. Well, no one. There's a handful of charter operations that still fly them.
Tango, cars 30 ready.
Flaps 2, speed checks, flaps 2.
Tango for far, thanks from A30 clear for takeoff.
This Tango 30.
Landing gear. Go ahead. Check.
Tower Qantas 65 at 9000, request further descent if possible.
2500. Qantas 65, descend 6000.
Descent 6000, Qantas 65.
$2,000. 2,000. Speed brakes armed, flaps, holding up flaps. How about tower Jetstar 715, established, 8 miles.
Jetstar 715, clear to land.
430 clear to land, Jetstar 715.
Papa Hotel Delta is final, 30 coverage.
All stations, tower towers on.
4,200. Up 3, speed checks. Full flaps. Full flap set, ECAM, no blue. We are clear to land. Depends on the airport.
1,000.
Sometimes you just slew into position and look out the window. My aircraft. Stable.
100 above. Minimum.
Continuing. Touch low.
100.
Onside. High.
50, 40, 30, 20. Retard. 10, 5.
Those aren't pappies, those are T-Varsies, they're always white. So you either get one set of lights, like two groups, or you get two groups with one dot, or two groups with two dots. But but they're all white lights. So the reason that the puppies didn't work is because there aren't any puppies. Should have briefed that. Sorry about that. JB Aviation, I work for the NBN as a scheduler. So they'll wait, taxiway. And all these signs clustered everywhere. Yep, Spencer probably won. I think I had what, 280? 285? That shouldn't be Papua New Scenery, it's marked as the T-Vasi. Maybe I've got two sceneries on top of each other. That's why those lines are drawn all weird. Nah, not music for a living. I did a degree in music and I had a gig for a little while, but moved away from that in a short time. Yeah, I think we've got two sceneries on top of each other again. Possibly that's why we got a T-Vasi instead of a FAPI. T-Vasi is the older system. Used to be everywhere. Oh, that's an aircraft in front of us. Cool. Brakes are set. APU is on the bus, APU is on the bleed, let's shut it down. Strobes off, beacons off, wing lights off. Leaving the navs in. Take us back to the runway, what? That slew off. Oh, come on. Give me the slew. That randomly stuck me in the middle of the runway. Don't even know where we are now. Who knows? Yeah, I'll log out. We randomly got teleported somewhere randomly in the field somewhere. We're like sitting there at the gate. Yep, right at the gate, middle of the runway. What? Thanks GSX. That was great. Oh, everywhere's too small. Even better. And they put us inside the building. GSX is clearly having problems today. Anyway, we are done. We have 1 hour and 36 minutes on the clock. I'm going to go ahead and open a door so I can spawn this thing. Done. And done. Yeah, slew towards the Maccas. Do they have Maccas in Hobart? I'm sure they do. I've probably been to one of them. One of these days after COVID is done, I think it'll be time to take some time off work and go and travel somewhere. To be honest, I wouldn't mind coming to New Zealand. See the fam. Fair enough. Thank you, Kane and Spencer and Toilet, and I think Rossi was in there as well. Sean, Lachlan, Captain Bionics. Who else was on? JB Aviation. Did I say twice? I think I did. Arbs 13 as well. Arbs was asking about what aeroplanes we had, so let's stick that in. There's all the Airbuses. Here's Frank the Aerosoft pilot. He can be an avatar if you want to. He walks strange, I don't like him. There's the Mad Dog that we have. Good old Delta MD-88. One of the other liveries, World Atlantic Airlines MD-83. Everett Air Cargo. Danish Air Transport, which is a defunct airline. American Airlines, obviously they don't have those anymore. African Airways Express, which exists, but it flies in Africa, clearly. World Atlantic Airlines flies ICE flights in the States. These are default F-22, just comes with the sim, nobody cares about it. This doesn't work properly because it's designed for the wrong version of Prepared 3D. That's free and absolutely useless aeroplane. It's a few variants of that. This is a CRJ. We do have that. That's not too bad. It's an Aerosoft product. CRJ 900. And the 700, slightly smaller version. Also the 1000, which is a stretch version of the 900. Cessna 182, which have been flying around GA around Australia. The 172, which will be flying around shortly in GA around Australia. We'll be taking it down to Hobart, actually. PMDG Boeing 777 Freighter. PMDG 777-300ER. The Bell 407 helicopter. Stunt plane, extra 300. Random army dude. The DHC-6, that's a twin otter in the Australian Antarctic, no, the British Antarctic Survey livery with skis attached to it. Airbus A320 by Aerosoft, not a bad product, that one. Keeps getting updated as well. The Aero Commander is a default aircraft in the sim. Piper Cherokee from Air to Air Simulations. We have a Hotel Tango Mike in there somewhere. The Piper Tomahawk. Oh, that's right. We have the Curtis P40 thing as well. Not a bad airplane. I thought we had the Piper Tomahawk. There it is. No, that's a Comanche. We do have a Tomahawk somewhere. 182. Here's a Beechcraft Bonanza VTOL. That's a very nice airplane. default. Is there anything else down here? Yep, PNG 73 WestJet. That's the 800 variant. There's a 900 variant there as well. Boeing 747, including that livery. Look at that. 747-8, mostly in the freighter versions, as well as that one. Quality Wings 787. Quality Wings British Aerospace. Relay Turbine Duke. Lancer Legacy. That's a default Robinson 22. That's a Zombie. Don't know if I have that, but anyway. All of these choppers come default with the sim. They're essentially used as traffic. That's the Cirrus from Coronado. It sucks. And the 717, my favourite livery. I was a jump seat passenger in that. And the Vertex Diamond DA62, also a very nice aeroplane. So yeah, that's most of the airplanes that I have. I think we don't have the Coronado Saab installed at the moment, but I do own it, so I could install it if I desired. Which I don't. Anyhow, with that done, I will say goodbye to all. Thank you for joining me, and hope lockdown treats you okay if you're in Melbourne. I'll probably see you tomorrow. I'm intending to take the Piper Cherokee out of Kohuna down towards Mangalore with a fuel stop somewhere in the way. Anyway, until then, I've been Musical Aviator, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye for now.